Hello and welcome. Today we are going to factorize trinomials where the coefficient of x square is not equal to 1. So we'll see how to do a question. The first question is factorize 6x squared minus 13x plus 2. Now in this question the product is going to be 6 times 12. You have to multiply this and the plus 12. You have to do those two, which gives you 12. Then the sum in this question is coefficient of x, which is minus 13. So we write that. So now we have seen something similar. First, what we are going to do is we are going to find two numbers multiply to give 12 and the sum of and add, I think that's a better word, and add to give minus 13. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to look at the factors of 12 now. So we are going to put 12. Now when you consider factors of 12, 1 and 12, 2 goes into 12 6 times, 3 goes into 12 4 times. Now I told you it's sum. If I put the sum, 12 plus 1 is 13, 2 plus 6 is 8, the next is 7. Now when you look at the pair, there are 3 pairs here. The first, this pair, the multiply to give you 12, the sum of minus 13. So now I'm going to choose 12, this pair, which is 1 and 12. But because the product is positive, the sum is negative, both numbers have to have the sign of minus. Okay, so this is the pair I'm going to choose. Okay, but now I'm going to start the question. The question is 6x squared plus 13x, 6x squared minus 13x plus 2. I'm just going to rewrite the question as 6x squared I'm writing as it is. I'm splitting 13x as minus 12x minus x, and then the plus 2 comes underneath. Okay, so splitting the 13x into two components, minus 12 minus 1 minus 12. So we are writing that as minus 12x minus x. Then the next step is we can't put double bracket like we did before. So we have to do factorize by grouping. So I'm just going to group the first two terms first, and then second one is these two. Okay, now I have to select the first two terms. Now we are factorizing 6 and 12. 6 is the highest factor, go in both, and then x squared and x goes outside, leaving with the first one you have only x left, minus this one you have 2. Okay, now you must have x minus 2 here, only then we can take things out. To have that, I should have, because it's minus x, so I must have minus 1, which makes it minus 1 times x. Okay, so now when you look at it, these x minus 2 is a common factor, so I'm going to write that out. So that makes it x minus 2 outside. So now this 6x is left in the first term, take away 1. So this is the factorization for this question. Or 6x squared minus 13x plus 2 can be factorized as x minus 2 times 6x minus 1. Okay, we'll do another question. Okay, now this question, first we do the product. The product is 8 times negative 5, which is product is negative 40. Then your sum is plus 18. Okay, when you see the product minus 40, because the product is minus, you have to find two numbers. Multiply to give 40 and a difference of 18. Okay, so you have to find two numbers, multiply to give 40 and a difference of 18. Okay, so I'm just going to write 40 first and then I write all the factors. So 40, the factors are 1 and 40. 2 goes into 40 20 times. 3 can't go. So the next one is 4 goes into 40 10 times. Then 5 goes into 40 8 times. No other factors. Okay, so now because I said difference, so I'm just going to write the difference here. The difference for this would be 39. 40 minus 1, 39. Bigger number minus the smaller number. Now the difference for this pair is 18. And difference for this pair is 6. Difference for this pair is 3. Now we want two numbers, multiply to give you 40 and difference of 18. So I'm just going to choose this pair. Okay, so which gives me 18. So I'm just going to choose this pair, which gives me 80. So now I'm going to write 40 equal to 2 and 20. I'm just using that. So, but next thing we have to do is, if I want minus 40, and I have to use the bigger number carries this sign. The bigger number carries the plus sign. So I'm just going to write this as 20 is positive. This is 2 is negative. Okay, I'm just choosing that. Now I go to the question. My question is 8x squared plus 18x minus 5. This is my question. Okay, as usual, what I'm going to do is write the 8x squared as it is. Now this plus 18x can be replaced by plus 20x minus 2x. So plus 18x can be written as 20x plus and minus 2x. Okay, so I'm just doing that. Then minus 5. I'm writing the minus 5 from there. Okay, once you've written this format, you're going to do factorize by grouping. So I'm just going to group these two. Then I group these two including the sign. Okay, let me do the first one. So when I do the grouping, 8 and 20, 4 goes into both. And then x square and x goes into both. So bracket. When I take 4x outside, you're left with 2 and x. Then the plus sign is plus. 20, 4 goes into 25 times and x is already gone. Okay, now the next part. The next term is minus 2x and minus 5. But we need 2x plus 5. So if I want 2x plus 5, I need to take minus 1 outside. So minus 1. So now we are going to see the 2x minus 5, 2x plus 5 is common in both. So therefore 2x plus 5 can be taken outside, leaving with 4x in the first one and the second term is minus 1. So therefore we can see 8x squared plus 18x minus 5 equal to 2x plus 5 bracket